So hi and welcome to my review videos. This time I'm doing the tier 6 American SPG. What is good about this SPG is the aiming speed. It really stands off at the aiming speed against all our nations. The aiming speed is, if you compare it to the M41, what's the difference between the M41? Well, you have two types of gun. The left one is of the M41, and the right side is of the M12. The rate of fire has gotten nerfed, of course, but it's only 4 seconds in practice, and the rate of fire gets replaced by the damage. The damage is 300 more, and you will notice that on battle, and the penetration is 3 millimeters more. But you really notice that millimeters. The gold shells are the same in millimeters. Accuracy, even that 0.01 accuracy at 100 meters, you notice that really good, because mostly if you're playing arty, you're shooting shots at a half kilometer. That's around 400 meters, so that's 5 seconds, no, 5 centimeters more accuracy, and that 5 seconds can be very painful for the enemy because you do splash damage. And the aiming time is also almost 2 seconds better. Whoa, this aiming time is great. And if you are someone who plays like me, like I don't focus one tank through the whole battle. I've seen lots of artillery do that, but I don't do that. If I see that the team is having problems with that tank, I shoot at that tank, and then I switch immediately over to the tank where I was shooting at. But I don't stay focusing one tank like other artilleries do. And the radio is tier 10 radio. That's a thing you want to have. So plus 10% to aim speed. You need that for an artillery. For artillery, even though it has a good aiming speed, you can improve it even more, and you need this consumable. I still don't know how these things are called, but I call it consumables for now. So you need consumables for the next tiers. You need this consumable for the next tier, I mean, because the M40 doesn't have a good aiming speed at all, I've heard. So coded optics, nah. Binocular telescope can be coming handy because the guntraverse of this tank, it's not as good as the M41, but it's pretty good. So you spot the other enemy tanks earlier than they do to you, and if they're low on HP, you can have one shot at them and finish them off and don't be dead. So that's a good thing to have. Minus 10% load time. Even I didn't recommend it on the M41 because the M41 has a pretty long aiming speed, and mostly you're aiming. I've had lots of times that I aimed more than I reloaded, so I didn't recommend it for the M41, but this time I recommend it for the M12 because the aiming speed is really high, and at minus 10% makes it lots more fun to play with. Medium spar if you're spotted by an enemy scout, mostly the enemy artillery is going to shoot you immediately. So maybe the medium spar liner is a good thing to have, but it's pretty expensive, and I think it's better to go with these two. Camouflagenet, even Wargaming doesn't recommend to use the camouflagenet. I do recommend it for you because I've had lots of time that my life has gotten saved by the camouflagenet, because this tank has a pretty good traverse, gun traverse, and that means that you're not replacing your tank and you keep your camouflage intact. So that's a good thing to have because mostly your camouflage net is active. I only recommend for you to go with all HE because the gold shells are pretty expensive, even though you have to know that it's minus 50% no, because it's an action going on with Wargaming. But normally it's 14 gold, so that's around, let's do the math, that's 5,600 credits. That's a pretty expensive shot you make there, so I don't recommend for you to go with gold, only AP. And for consumables I go with the 100 octane gasoline, because then you can run away faster if they're coming near you. Repairs, nah, not really. If you're spotted, you're dead. If they come near you, you're dead, so repairs, you're not going to need that. Camouflagenet is pretty handy because then You spot them again earlier than they do to you. Borders and arms is a good thing to have in artillery, so you improve everything a little bit. 6 sense is the first thing you want to have, because on artillery you need 6 sense, because if you are spotted you have to run. Don't wait there, just run. So you know that you're spotted and you have to yeah, get your shit together and keep on going. Recon, yeah, you need that. You need this, I mean, to have better view range. Spot them earlier than they do to you. Clutch braking, maybe you can research clutch braking to have at least a little bit of traverse speed. Smooth ride. Control impact is a good thing to have, because mostly if some medium tank is rushing towards you, he's going to shoot, and if he misses he is going to crash into you mostly. So controlled impact, you will not expect that, and you do lots of damage to him. The only thing I go for here is signal boosting, that's it, and maybe situational awareness, but that's it. Signal boosting is a good thing to have also. Anti-tucing is the only thing I'll recommend, because your hit points are very low, and if you research adrenaline rush, you have to have 34 and less hit points, and mostly if you're so low in hit points, you're dead. So I think adrenaline rush is then a wasted perk to have, and only anti-tucing. I know it only has 2 different shell types, but it's for your next tank, the M40, where you can shoot AP shells and quickly switch between shell types. But that's it around saying in the garage. And also the hull armor, it's 50 millimeters of armor. That's a pretty good hull armor for an artillery. I've had scouts bouncing on me, mostly VKs who are too cheap to buy gold shells and shooting AP at me. And I've also bounced some T50s, so that armor sometimes saves your lives. And also this tank is very big. I mean, M41 was a pretty small tank, but the M12 is really big. It's pretty scary also if aiming at you. I always thought that the M12 does a lot of damage till you play it. I've always had an SU-14, and the SU-14 is good, it's just not normal at all. Splash damage though, the splash damage of this tank is not good. Mostly you have to have direct hits, because if you miss this tank you only do like 100 damage, and then you have to be lucky to at least land your shell in 1 meters, at least 1 meters or closer, then to do some damage and not critical damage. But that's it about talking about this tank, and I will see you in the gameplay. Okay, so hi and welcome back to the gameplay. This is the M12, how it looks like in battle. I've company of 3 other artilleries, and what you see here on the left corner is that it has a pretty good guntraverse. I mean, it's not great as the M41, but it's not bad at all. It's better than the SU-14 I've had in the past. So this is mostly the arty spot here on this hill, because you can mostly hit anything of the whole map if you're in these bushes. Yes. So some people were talking about the IS-7. Free camera, and we need fixed camera. So there we go, there we have an A50, and know that the E50 only has 120 millimeters of armor, so mostly I have to do a good damage roll to him. Keep in mind, if you hit a shell in the water, you do no splash damage at all, so keep in mind for that. In case if you want to, if you're noob and you don't know this, now you know it. Splash damage doesn't work in water, so don't waste your shells. I thought I could hit it at T32, but I didn't. As you see here, it's a pretty good accuracy, and it has a pretty good aiming speed also. And you see that I'm scrolling over tanks the whole time, because I see that there are not many people here on the bottom, so I helped them a bit out here. And here I got a pretty lucky shot on the E50. So bam, that's around 452. That's an average damage for the M12 that you saw there. I think that I hit the IS here also. I mean, this gun is accurate, and even though it doesn't look accurate on the prints, on the blueprints, it's a very accurate gun though. You'll hit lots of shots. Um, I mean, I've had people complaining from other nations, like, I think my driver was drunk or something, and I think my gunner was drunk, I mean. I never had the problem with the M12. With the M41 I've had lots of problems that I missed my shots, but I think I didn't miss any shot at all. And here I missed a shot though, but it probably moved, because I saw that the building got destroyed and I didn't shoot at the building, if you saw that. Good. And also thank you guys. I've hit at 100 subscribers and I will upload a special video about it. I will start a new series. I'm not sure what's the title of it. I let you to decide what's the title of the new series. But I have the first clip loaded and I will upload it today or tomorrow. We'll see it.
Ooh, that's
625 probably hit at the store, because if I hit the 200 millimeters of armor, I think I only do like 300 instead of 600, because the turret only has 100 millimeters on the Tiger P. So another shot here, I think he disappeared and I got a nice shot. And also what you see here, that my mod, I have 0.95 seconds, what you see here on the right, that's around the time that my shell is arriving, so that's a good thing to have. The mod what I'm using is Jimbo's crosshair mod, and I'm really glad that I have it, because I've hit lots of shots by this mod. So I finished the Tiger P off. I think I hit it with splash damage. That's the E50 and I got a really clear shot, because you see that my crosshair is going to the left, and that means I almost have 0 chances to miss this shot. So that's around 300 damage there. That's pretty good damage. I mean, if I hit the shot with the SU-14, it would be around 600 to 700 damage. So there we are fairly. I think I got one shot of them, and then I helped the team, because my team was saying like hit it fairly, so I hit him and I missed here, but that was my own fault. It's not the gunner's fault. I thought he was going to move back, but he didn't, and I finished him off here. And you don't see it on my mod, but reload time of this gun is around 24 seconds. And here we go. Finished him off here. Okay, so now I'll move to the base. Even though I think, yeah, there he is. He was asking for me to drop a shell on the 87. I could have hit him if he was spotted a little bit longer, but unfortunately the teams didn't spot us, so I have to move back to the other tanks here on the south. Let me speed up the spot because I'm waiting a pretty long time here. I'm also giving away tips in battles. Like I know the weak spots of the British TD. The British TD doesn't have good armor at all, even though it says that it has good armor. If you're like me and you know the weak spots, these tanks are mostly easy kills for you. So if you see a British tank, I think the first thing you want to shoot at is the non-slow pass, but you have to shoot at the slow pass because they only have like 80 millimeters of armor there. So it's shoot there instead of these non-slow parts, because the non-slow parts are actually more armored than the slow parts, and the commander's hedge of course. So it took one kill here. I think it's a GW Panther. Yeah, there he is. I killed him. Oops. There with splash damage, but you have to know that the GW Panther hasn't any armor at all, so the splash damage is pretty high. So don't expect that you can yeah, get your shots at him with lots of splash damage. So that's around it. I think I didn't have to kill at all. Yeah, here we go. So that's I don't have a picture of it, but I have 1650 XP of this battle. because of the high damage roll. So we'll see you back in the garage to have some more talking about it. So see ya. Okay, so welcome back to the garage. Overall, it's not a bad tier 6. It doesn't have lots of damage, it doesn't have good maneuverability. It has something of all. It has good maneuverability and speed, but not in rotation speed. It doesn't have good damage, but it doesn't have bad damage like the French one. The guntraverse is not amazing, it's not good, it's not bad, it's average. But that's it. I think that's it about the tank. Next time we will be reviewing the M40, the tier 7, but I'm pretty long from it away, so it will take a while. I don't play arty as often as I did before. But that's it, and I'm going to end this video. So damn equation rules, and you can choose a tag for my garage. What do you want me to review next? Place it in the comments below, and also try to check out my channel so you know what things I've already reviewed. Next week I'm going to do the E4. The E4 is a tier 5 American beta premium gift tank. I did it in the past, but I want to do it better, so we'll see. And also what you can choose also is the new tier 10, because I'm only like 20k experience away from it. So I will have this one pretty soon. So you can choose also this tank, and you also can choose the new tier 7. Even though it doesn't say, there is coming new tier 7 medium out, the Panther. So we will see, and you also can choose that tier 7, because I will have it in a week. So that's it, follow me.